A Retrieved Reformation is one of the most popular short stories written by O. Henry and was first published in 1903 in the Cosmopolitan Magazine. Through this short story, O. Henry highlights the power of love, second chances, and the human kindness in bringing about true moral reformation. Here is a character list for a Retrieved Reformation by O. Henry. Jimmy Valentine or Ralph D. Spencer. He is the main hero or protagonist of the story. A skilled safecracker who reforms after falling in love, becomes an honest businessman and shoe shop owner. And here we have Annabel Adams, banker's daughter. Jimmy's love interest represents love, purity, and the reason for Jimmy's transformation. Next character is Ben Price. Detective following Jimmy observes Jimmy's reformation. In the end, shows mercy by not arresting him. Here we have Mike Dolan. Jimmy's old friend helps him after prison and provides shelter. Banker Adams, Annabel's father, owns the bank where the climax occurs. Here we have Annabel's niece named Agatha, child who gets accidentally locked in the bank vault. Her situation forces Jimmy to reveal his true identity and skills. Detailed summary. The story begins with Jimmy Valentine, a well-known safecracker, being released from prison after serving nearly 10 months of a 4-year sentence for burglary. Although he pretends to be innocent, the warden and prison officials know he is guilty. On release, Jimmy collects his belongings and heads to his friend Mike Dolan, who has been keeping his burglar tools hidden. Instead of reforming, Jimmy immediately resumes his criminal activities. He robs several banks and post offices in different towns using his special safe breaking kit. His robberies are quick and skillful, leaving no clues. The authorities soon become suspicious, and a famous detective, Ben Price, is assigned to track him. During his travels, Jimmy arrives in Elmore, Arkansas, with the intention of committing another robbery. However, fate takes a different turn. In Elmore, he meets Annabel Adams, the beautiful daughter of a local banker. Jimmy falls in love at first sight. This marks the turning point of his life. To win Annabel's love and live a respectful life, Jimmy decides to give up crime forever. He adopts a new identity as Ralph D. Spencer and opens a shoe store in Elmore. His hard work, honesty, and charm quickly earn him respect in the community. He becomes engaged to Annabel, fully committed to his new reformed life. Meanwhile, Ben Price is still on Jimmy's trail and eventually arrives in Elmore. He watches Jimmy from a distance, waiting for the right time to capture him. The climax comes when Annabel, her father, and her sisters, May and Agatha, visit the bank to see a newly installed safe. While they are inside, one of the niece, Agatha, accidentally gets locked inside the vault. The safe cannot be opened because the banker doesn't know the combination yet. Panic spreads as the child risks suffocation inside. At this critical point, Jimmy faces a moral confusion. Revealing his safe cracking skills will expose his criminal past, ruin his new identity, and possibly cost him his marriage and freedom. Yet he cannot ignore the child's danger. Out of love and humanity, Jimmy makes the selfless decision to save the girl. He sends Annabel out of the room, retrieves his burglar tools, and expertly cracks the vault in just minutes. Agatha is rescued unharmed. After the rescue, Jimmy quietly prepares to surrender, knowing his true identity has been revealed. He turns to Ben Price, ready to face arrest. But here comes O. Henry's classic twist. Ben Price pretends not to recognize Jimmy. He simply says, "I don't believe I recognize you, sir," and walks away, giving Jimmy the chance to live his new life honorably. Conclusion. The story ends on a hopeful note, showing that genuine reformation is possible. Jimmy's love for Annabel transforms him from a criminal into a respectful man, and Ben Price's act of mercy gives him a second chance at life.